Some of my fondest childhood memories were getting and reading those personalized children's books. So when my mom asked if she could get my kids Wonderbly books, I immediately said yes. Each book allows you to customize your child's name and character, and even some of them let you put their actual photo in them to create a really unique and fun to read story, and the quality is exceptional. If you guys are new here, my name is Rachel from The Confused Mom. Welcome to my channel. I share baby and toddler product reviews, activities, as well as Montessori at home tips. And in this review, I'm going to be sharing a discount code for Wonderbly, some of our personal experience with it, how it compares to competitors, pros and cons, and other FAQs. In the description box below, I will leave a link to shop the books, including that discount code, as well as chapters if you want to skip ahead to any of the most relevant sections for you. So Wonderbly books have been around since 2012 or 13, so going on over 10 years now. They started off with just one book, The Girl or Boy Who Lost Their Name. It was written by two of the original co-founders and has since grown to over 100 different stories you can choose from. They offer books for newborns, babies, toddlers, preschoolers, and early childhood kids, as well as for adults. Now, technically, you could get some of the adult books, like the Milestone one for your 16-year-old, but I'd say that this area lacking the most is definitely that teen range. Aside from covering such a wide age range, their selection is also pretty extensive. How it works is pretty simple too. On their website, they have everything broken down really well by categories, both by age and interest. Once you find the book you're interested in, click Personalize My Book, and from there you'll be prompted through a series of questions like the child's name, gender, and choosing a character that most resembles them, or in some cases, uploading their photo. After that, you'll get a series of prompts regarding the book itself. So whether you want it to be a soft cover, hardcover, flat lay, extra pages, if you want to change out the color of the cover of the book is even an option. Next, you'll have the option to add a dedication at the beginning of the book, and if you're not a wordsmith, don't worry, they auto-populate one for you. And finally, you'll get to preview the entire book with your selection. Some of them have you click through the book to preview it, and others have you scroll. I love this feature as somebody who likes to read a book fully before deciding whether or not to bring it into our home. But with that said, because you do get to see the book fully before you buy it, they have a very, very, very limited return policy because they obviously can't resell the returns because not everybody's going to have your child's name and likeness. Of course, the returns would cover like a defect in the book, but you can't return it because you didn't like the story. In terms of the quality and the experience, as you can see, they make ordering an absolute breeze, and I personally was incredibly impressed with the quality. I remember being a little kid and going to the mall where they had these kiosks to make your own personalized book while you shop, and the books were always just this really flimsy, easy to tear material. There was always something just like slightly off about the characters, whereas Wonderbly books were printed on a beautiful cardstock. The colors are so vibrant, and because they're not trying to recreate a Disney book without a license, their illustrations end up being absolutely beautiful. My mom first started getting this for my son when he was around 18 months, and he's pretty rough on his books, and I'm happy to say he has not torn his at all. In terms of whether or not kids like Wonderbly books, that is going to be a big yes. Like I said, some of my fondest memories growing up were reading my personalized book, and my kids' experience is no different. Mm-hmm. They love seeing themselves, seeing their name in the page. It's really great for kids who might be hesitant readers because they can actually connect with the story or be put as the hero in the story. The other reason I think kids love these books is they have done a really good job with creating some age-appropriate selections. For instance, Your Magic Photo takes your child's picture and puts it into the book and has them go through a very silly, rhyming, interactive story where they clap, press, and shout to make the picture turn, change colors, and do all sorts of silly things. We all know that babies love looking at pictures of real faces. They love looking at themselves even more, and toddlers need a lot of physical activity and engagement. So I love the story for little ones who like to see real people instead of cartoons, and I also like this story for kids who have a hard time sitting still through a story because they get to move their bodies. When they get a little bit older and they can maybe handle some more cartoons, I'm a insert your child's name, Asaurus is another really fun one, as well as Dig You to dig. Both of these kind of follow a similar concept, only with cartoons and your child's favorite character, whether that's dinos or diggers. And they have to lift, pull, dig, flap, squawk, do all sorts of silly actions as they move through the book. We read this book a ton. It's great for the pre-bed wiggles. Another one of our favorites is Bedtime for You, which is just a really sweet rhyming book that takes you through most child's bedtime routine. Is really rhythmic, nice and counting. I find that is a nice soothing pre-bed book. The little girl who lost her name, or boy who lost their name, actually taught my daughter how to write her name, so we are huge fans of that. And as your child gets older, you might want something a little bit more inspiring or really helps to build their self-esteem and self-worth. That's where books like Princess You the Great, The Wondrous Road Ahead are fantastic because they focus on building up certain characteristics in your child. The Wondrous You even lets you choose specifically which three. And I will say with the Princess book, my daughter has often felt frustrated at times, and we remind her she's Princess Reagan the Determined, and she will literally go through and repeat to herself, I'm Princess Reagan the Determined, I'm Princess Reagan the Brave, and say all of the different characteristics and traits that the princess had in there. So this isn't like some princess sits in a tower for a prince waiting to save her storybook, and we love that. They also have great selections for sibling books that allow you to put in multiple names, books that focus on the importance of family and togetherness. Overall, I'm just a huge fan of their selection. And in terms of adult books, this is just really fun, even if you don't buy one of their books, to go do this because you can preview everything. They have a milestone book where you can actually put in the year that you were born, and it creates essentially like a scrapbook of all of the things from that year, as well as some personal little stuff about whoever you're making the book for. And it's a really fun, like a flashback. I am a big fan of that. The Survival Guide for Parents is absolutely hilarious. In terms of the pros and cons for Wonderbly books, the pros are pretty much exactly what I've said so far. Not all good stuff. As with anything, there's always going to be some cons. So number one is a long ship time. Obviously, these are not sitting in some warehouse ready to go out. They have to send your book to the printer, print it, and then mail it out. I think we waited as long as 3 weeks or almost a month for one of ours. They do have a shipping calculator on their website, but this is definitely a gift to plan ahead, not something to get last minute. The next major con is that the story itself does not personalize to your child. Now, in most cases, that's not a big deal. However, if you are somebody who really likes a sing-songy nature to your children's books, and your child has a long or unique name, you may want to spend a little extra time making sure you read through every page of the preview to ensure you like it, or opt for a child's nickname. And last, the price is quite a bit more than a standard children's book. However, it's pretty on par with other personalized children's books. It does come in at the higher end, but I also find that the quality of the book itself and the story is also a little bit better than competitors too. In terms of competitors, there's three I want to point out for you guys. Number one is going to be Katie Novelties. If you're looking for personalized Disney books, they're definitely going to be probably the broadest selection. Their books also remind me the most of my childhood, and beyond personalized books, they have personalized CDs, music, movies, like all sorts of personalized things for your kids, so definitely be sure to check them out. Pen Wizard is another one, and you can actually get that one on Amazon. They do a great job of personalizing your child's name and character as well, and they feature a ton of popular characters, like if you want personalized Peppa Pig books, Lego books, Dora the Explorer, and more. I personally find that their illustrations, these ones also remind me of my childhood, they just leave a little something to be desired here. I know some of that is just the way that Peppa Pig is drawn in itself, but definitely not my favorite. We don't really do a ton of characters in our house, so Wonderbly makes the most sense for us personally, but that is an option out there too. And last is going to be I See Me. They focus on their own original books like Wonderbly and don't currently offer any character books. Their selection is also pretty similar to Wonderbly. They have Big Brother and Big Sister books for siblings and books about the family where you can put in multiple names. I'd say the major differences are that I See Me also offers books about pets, and their customizations just leave something to be desired. Like this one here just has the name randomly written throughout the book, and their character customization isn't as detailed as Wonderbly's. We really do find Wonderbly to be the best personalized books for kids, and you guys can get a discount discount. I will also leave a link to their offers and discount page where they have the most up-to-date coupon codes and promo codes for you guys to use and check out with. Generally though, you can always get their books between 20 and 25% off. And overall, I would say Wonderbly books are 100% worth it. Personalized books have stood the test of time from my own childhood. I'm seeing the same love of them in my kids, and they make a fantastic gift for the holidays, for birthdays, through the seasons, to get a hesitant reader involved and seeing themselves in the story. Overall, 10/10 recommend them. Drop me a comment below if you think this is something that your kid would like, if there's a different personalized book brand you guys like and want me to check out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell, as I'm going to be sharing more of our favorite gift ideas this holiday season. And until then, be sure to go back, check out my previous gift guides from different years. And as always, my name's Rachel. Have a good one.